giving no praises, honor, and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakodash.
The honors to the apostles and the elders of the Great Millstone. Shalom to the elected nation of Israel. All right,
Shalom.
with brothers out the Great Millstone Atlanta camp. All right, and basically, yeah, basically, we're going to just get into a quick, video stream. Just see the title. We're basically, keeping it simple and don't reinvent the wheel. Because we're entering, or we have entered into other men's labors. The apostles and elders. Even they entered into other men's labors. They're elders and teachers. And there's a particular format that's been laid out through the Spirit that, we are supposed to follow, man. When you start adding extra things or taking things away and reinventing things and try to do things your own way based upon your own spirit, that's when things get disrupted, and the Spirit checks you, so to speak, man. So we got to remember what we was called to do. Just the simple things, man. How about Shimei Shah? It's like he's requiring us to do a lot, and at the same time, it's really not.
Right.
The apostles and elders, of course, through the Spirit, are not. It's not over. It shouldn't be overbearing. You're just keeping it simple and just sticking to what was laid out for us to do on the earth, man. Prior to Yahweh Shai's coming. So we're gonna just get into a couple of scriptures on that. The Spirit, the so-called New Year came in, so the Spirit is, real big on order and having a level of respect and reverence for the heads of the camps and the different brothers. But that's like the basics.
Yeah.
You come into the camp, you learn about respect and reverence and order and ranking. This is like the Most High's military, so it's important to always keep that in mind, man, and always refer back to the basics.
Quick scripture. Matthew 11, we'll start at verse 28. Come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you, and learn of me. For I am meek and lowly in heart, and ye shall find rest for your souls. For my yoke is easy, and my burden is light.
Yeah, Yahweh Shai said, for his yoke is easy, his burden is light. Which I think you go into that word yoke. And the Greek, I looked it up prior to the stream. I think it's a psychos, which goes into bondage, slavery, like it's like balances, a scale, like basically you're under captive to Yahweh Shai, so to speak. But it's a light burden. His burden is light. Brothers don't gotta jump through hoops and run a marathon and do this and that. It's really be if you're abiding in the Spirit of Yahweh Shai, and everybody else is doing their tasks. The work shouldn't be, overbearing. It's light. If you abide, that's why you always revert back to the scriptures. You always revert back to Yahweh Shai. And you always go back to the comforter, man. When you feel like it's getting hard for you, always revert back to the scriptures. And always remember what was like. I gotta do this, gotta do that. Always stay on top of your duties and your tasks, man.
Yeah, because we're in times of severe judgment.
Yeah.
Remember the scriptures speak about that the vengeance is in the Lord's heart. Okay? And he will not at all acquit the wicked. So when we see that the judgment of the Lord is getting ready to rev up in the earth, and we see that Yahweh Ba'ashem Shai is getting ready to visit, does not the scripture say, what manner of man ought ye to be?
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
All right, we need to be in order. All right, when we come back, Salaki, when Yahweh Shai comes back, you're going to want to be in a particular order so that when he see you, he can receive you. You don't want to be out of order and you out here teaching things you ought not teach, and you despising government. And the scriptures tell you about despisers of government. The word govern means rule and mint means mental. The Lord has set up, like what the elder righteous I was just going into, the Lord has established pastors within his flock to guide them and direct them in the right way. And we have to follow that way. And it's a simple way.
Yep.
Okay? It's a simple way. It's not complex. It's not rocket science. Okay? You learn the scriptures. Okay? You go out to the camps. You teach the word. You do videos. Okay? Just teach things that was taught. If you could get that scripture right here, right there, teach what was taught.
Oh yeah.
Okay? Which that's keeping it simple. That's not reinventing the wheel. Okay? When you look at certain other factions of Israel, it's like their teaching style is to try to one up the original breakdowns. Okay?
Right.
You know, they want to try to reinvent it. They want to try to add a little extra kick on it. You know, a little extra spice. Well, we don't have to do that. Okay? The word is powerful in itself. Only thing that the Lord is using is just the messenger. The word is the word. You just got to lay down the word, like the scripture say, drop thy word.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So you got to teach what was taught. Keeping it simple, man. Okay? It'll get you a long way. Okay? Fundamentals. You know, you have this guy, Tim Duncan, from the NBA, who's known as Big Fundamentals.
Yeah, big fundamental, yeah.
He got every bit of, 17, 18 years out the league. Because he did the fundamental things. Fundamental basketball, man. Basic things. He wasn't flashy. Okay? He wasn't, you know, just flamboyant. Okay? Post move, spin around, bank shot. Simple. You know? Go ahead, bro.
I think it's what you want. Second Timothy 2, and reading the 14th verse. It says, "But continue thou in the things which thou hast learned, and has been assured of, knowing of whom thou hast learned them."
Yeah, continue thou in the things that thou hast learned and been assured of. Okay, because the scripture say, let every man be fully persuaded in his own mind. So if you've been convinced that this is the way, walk ye in it, that Yahweh Bashim Shai established, if you've been convinced that that is the way, hey, it's all good. Just stay on the way.
Stay on the path.
Stay on the path. You don't have to think that you got to put extra spice on it, man. Okay, Yahweh Shai coming with the you know, the fireworks and you know, the grand finales, man. Okay, all we have to do is teach.
That's right.
Teach the scriptures.
And we have examples, of course, the heads of camps, brothers in position, but with your brothers in position of following the apostles and elders. That's the blueprint, man. Through the Spirit, of course. So if you really, more likely, if you don't see the apostles and elders doing it, you might not want to do it, man. You might want to second guess that. Like, nah. Like, let's say me and Tazwan want to start a, which start like a radio show. You know, we got the mics, we got the headsets on.
You know, we ain't even thinking about, but you know, just as
an example. Hey, you know, we're gonna have a phone number, take callers. The apostles will be like, hey, what you brothers in Atlanta doing, man? What's up with that? You know, scriptures coming out, we just, you know, talking about, you know, whatever. So we have the example. Just follow the example, and we'll be all right, man. You know. But I had a matter of fact, it's like one more verse. Verse 15. It says, in that from a child thou hast known the holy scriptures, which are able to make thee wise unto salvation through faith which is in Yahweh Shai. So it's all about knowing these scriptures, which is why the apostles always, you know, hammer the point of, you know, you gotta know the breakdowns, you gotta know this, know that. This ain't just for entertainment. You know, your brothers seen the stream they did, you know, the New Year's Eve destruction. It was big on that, you know, not just saying about just being entertained, man. You know, you guys know this thing. You got to know what you're talking about. You're a teacher. We're teachers. You know, it ain't just about, you know, looking a certain way. You know, with the spirits coming down on brothers with long hair.
Right. And you know,
but all that, man.
But the thing is, how many times the apostles got to say it?
Right. Just cut it, man.
How many times the apostles got to say it?
You know.
You know, Jake always wanted, oh, it's okay. Oh, yeah, bet. That's the flesh, man.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Just keep your shit together.
Keep it, yeah, man.
You ain't here to look cute, man. We'll get that in the kingdom of heaven, man. The Lord gonna give us those glorious bodies and you know, and the hairlines that we desire, the abs and the, you know, the breasts, you know, the shiny skin,
the pectorals.
Yeah, the pectorals. Yeah, the Lord's gonna give us all that in the kingdom. Right now, bro, we're supposed to be like Yahweh Shai, meek and lowly.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, we don't have the desired bodies that we want, and it's all right. We're the scripture says what? The weapons of our warfare are not carnal.
Right.
We're spiritual men. Our spirit's supposed to speak. So you guys with these wild and crazy hairstyles and you trying to make it look like you got twists.
Yeah,
you know, you're trying to make it look like you got some type of worldly appearance, man. Cut all it out.
Yeah.
Cut all of it out, man, because if the apostles see certain things and they call it out, it's a wrap.
Yeah, it's a wrap. Yeah.
But ultimately, that's Yahweh Bashim Shai. Oh, as a matter of fact, if I could get, was you done with that?
Yeah, I'm finished.
I want to get a quick scripture.
You got it.
And this is a prophecy that's taking place, and it's going to intensify too, Akim. It's going to intensify because see, when it's time to really go out to that battlefield, and we talking about the time of Jacob's trouble, of course, okay? Because we just quoted the weapons of our warfare are not carnal. The spiritual battlefield, when it's really, really, really time to get down. Hey man, the Lord's gonna check the churches to see who's fit. You remember the story of Gideon. You know, you had those 300 men that was worthy to go fight because they was on point when they was drinking the water. Okay, so the Lord is searching the churches to see who's on point, man. Okay, now I'm gonna get this quick scripture real quick, and I'll toss it back to the elder. It's all right, Zephaniah chapter 1, verse 12. And it shall come to pass at that time that I will search Jerusalem with candles. All right, now Jerusalem. We always say Jerusalem is a people before it's a place. The people of Israel, Yasharallah in the Hebrew. You Negroes, Hispanics, Native and Seminole Indians. And we've seen the Lord searching Jerusalem. Look at all these people that's been dying. Okay? Since the new year started, there's been a famous person that then died every day.
Yep.
For the day one, it was what? Gangsta Boo. All right? From the group formerly known as 3-6 Mafia. You know, then who else died? It was an old singer. It was Al Green or something.
Somebody, I think the drummer from Earth, Wind and Fire,
Yeah.
he died.
Drummer from Earth, Wind and Fire.
And a guy, former NFL player, he dropped dead.
Yep.
Yeah.
So the Lord is he's going through the midst of Jerusalem, and he's bringing judgment. All right, but ultimately the Lord is going to do that with the camps. Okay, he's going to search the camps to see who's on point and who's not on point. All right. Now it says that I will search Jerusalem with candles, and candles represent the light. The light is the word. Okay. It says, and punish the men that are settled on their lees, that say in their heart, the Lord will not do good, neither will he do evil. So if you've picked up the plow and you're doing the work, there's an expectation from Yahweh Bashim Shai on how this work should be carried out. And we need to fit the description. All right, the Lord don't have to mold himself to our life. We have to mold our life to Yahweh Bashim Shai. All right, so all these wild and crazy hairstyle, man, Jake, cut it out, man.
Yeah.
Okay, just stop, man. Okay, because the hammer's coming down.
Yeah.
The Spirit is bringing the hammers down. That's why we want to do this lesson about keeping it simple.
Keep it simple.
Just keep it simple, man. Have some respect, you know, to your camp, within your camp, man, for your your camp leader, your second in command, and even if you're head of the camp, you know, treat the younger men, Salakia, treat the younger men with respect too.
Yeah, they still men of the Lord. They may be of a so-called lesser rank. Those are still Yahweh Shai's sheep. So you gotta look at them. You know what I'm saying? Deal with them. You know. Yeah, man.
Yep.
Yeah, morning.
That was it, bro. I just wanted to bring that up.
I had a quick preset. Cause you mentioned something. You mentioned us coming into the faith. How we're expected to basically carry out the will of the Most High, right? And when us coming into this faith was really like us taking like a vow. I got a scripture. This is Ecclesiastes 5 and starting at the 4th verse. It says, when thou vowest a vow unto the Most High, which the word vow means a promise, defer not to pay it, for he hath no pleasure in fools. Pay that which thou hast vowed. So when you was called to this faith, and you Israelite, you have to do the work. So you crossed over, you making like a vow, a promise. Yeah, Lord, I'm gonna do what I gotta do. I'm gonna serve you. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna, work to the end. Or you basically you defer to pay that vow when you start doing things that wasn't required to do. You start deviating and doing this, and like you said, start to reinvent the wheel. That's like you deferring like your your spiritual payment, so to speak. Right? It says, verse 5, it says, better is it that thou shouldest not vow, that thou shouldest vow and not pay. So you better off not even crossing over into the camp. If you want to come into the camp and think it's, think it's this way when it's not, disrespecting the order, going against the structure of the camp that the Lord set up, not listening to the elders and the apostles. That's like you're deferring away from what you're supposed to do, man. And then the Most High start jacking you up, eventually get you out of there, man.
Yep, self-will.
Self-will, man. You don't want to be self-willed, man. You want to it just come down to being humble, man. I'm just you always I always tell brothers,
cut it straight to the point.
Yeah, you want to kind of keep that entry level. I'm just young. Of course, brothers are older in the faith. You got positions, but in the back of your mind, you're like, yeah, Lord, I'm really just a brother, really.
Right.
I'm just trying to make it. I'm trying to get on a chariot, serve the Lord, but still balanced too, because I got a position. I got to do things and set, but it still is like I'm still just trying to. I'm just a brother, just trying to make it. We keep that in the back of your damn cranium. You start moving better, man. And that pride won't creep in there.
Because pride is when one begins to depart from the Lord.
Yeah.
Okay, and a lot of pride comes through, you just thinking that you're something other than what you really are, which we're worms.
Right.
The Lord told us in the book of Isaiah, it said, "Fear ye not, thou worm Jacob, for I will defend you." So, hey, right now we need Yahweh Bashim Shai, man.
Yeah.
All right. This is not the Lord. This is about Yahweh Shai, man.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We're His laborers. We're His servants, and we're doing His job. But at the same time, you got to keep it humble in this truth.
That's it.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Hey, because remember, as you continue to age in this faith, and you continue to learn a lot of different things. The Scripture says, "What knowledge puffeth up."
Puffeth up. Yep.
Okay. But guess what? As we continue to grow in the knowledge, we're supposed to be praying. And to counter that pride, we're supposed to be praying and asking the Lord to keep us humble and pray for humility, pray for meekness. In the Hebrew is I know why. You could say Yahweh Bashim Shai, Shalak Layah, Harakah Shal, I know why, which means Yahweh Bashim Shai, give to me, okay, Shalak Layah, give to me, the Rakah spirit Shal of I know why, humility. Ask the Lord to give you a humble spirit.
Yep.
So that you won't drift. Okay? We got to keep everything centered. Yeah. We have to keep the original vision. Okay? And continue to push forward with all humility and all faith, and to help further the gospel of Yahweh Bashim Shai. That's it. Everything else, man, just let the Lord take care of it. You got it, bro. I got one after you.
Okay, yep, it's a quick one. Romans 12:3. For I say, through the grace given unto me, to every man that is among you, not to think of himself more highly than he ought to think, but to think soberly, meaning with a clear mind and conscience, according as the Most High have dealt to every man the measure of faith. Like he was going into, don't think of yourself like you just this grand guru that just knows everything. You just like the top guy on the planet Earth. Like you said, we're worms, man. Brothers, certain brothers are knowledgeable. Like, damn, that brother's deep but heavy, but it's like we still like, nah. Like hey man, they call all you how about shit. The Lord gave me this or gave that brother that. It ain't about, like we said, talking at the table, like it ain't about us, man. We just vessels, as Scripture say, meat for the master's use, so to speak, roughly paraphrasing. We ain't there, man. I remember Apostle Bar did a video that we're alpha males in training. I'm an alpha male, Really, we're all alpha males in training. All right, if you can't fly and walk on water and heal people, you ain't alpha male. You're not alpha males. We're in training. The ultimate alpha male is our Lord Yahweh Shai. So we're going through the training process to get to that level. So we shouldn't be thinking of ourselves just like on this super duper level. Because the Lord will humble you. Lord will knock you down a few pegs, man. So that's that. Not to think of ourselves highly than we ought to think, but to be able. That's what happened. Jake get clouded, they mind get clouded, and they don't think soberly, and they make bad decisions. You know, trying to take over the camp or start teaching madness
or heaping unto themselves
heaping disciples. Yeah, exactly.
Hey man, look, you gotta tread lightly in this truth.
Tread lightly. Yeah.
This is a dangerous thing that you're a part of. Okay, now don't get me wrong. Apostle Gabar did a video years ago saying that there is a such thing as healthy pride, and there's a such thing as foolish pride.
Right.
Foolish pride is thinking that, you know, it's of you. You're the one. You that dude. You that guy. I've always been like this, and I knew the Lord was dealing with me since I was 2. That's foolish pride. Healthy pride is when you trust in Yahweh Bashim Shai and you take pride in Yahweh Bashim Shai. As a matter of fact, I'll get the scripture to back that up.
Yeah.
In the book of Jeremiah. Okay, because the Lord, you have to have some type of dignity.
Some type of like, you know, absolutely.
You know, because the scriptures, you know, if you're too bashful, okay, then you can destroy yourself too. Okay, so there's a balance with it. So you have to learn to distinguish healthy pride and confidence to foolish pride and confidence.
Foolish pride, right.
So I'm gonna go to the book of I think it's in Jeremiah.
How's it go?
If any man shall boast, I think it's Jeremiah 9. Let him boast of this. It should be like 20 something. Jeremiah 9 and 20. Yeah, I got it.
Okay.
Jeremiah 9 and 23. Thus saith the Lord, let not the wise man glory in his wisdom, neither let the mighty man glory in his might. Let not the rich man glory in his riches. And these are a lot of carnal accolades that men have that they glory in. That's the main things that the male species glory in. His might and his riches. Okay?
Right.
You see Jake, you know, muscle bound, and or Jake, you know, with a whole bunch of money. That's really all you see on Instagram.
Yeah.
Or either Jake with a nice body or Jake that got a lot of money or a lot of women.
Yeah.
Okay? It says, let not the rich man glory in his riches, but let him that glorieth glory in this. So the Lord is saying you can glory.
Yeah.
Okay? But if you're going to glory in this. Okay? It says that he understandeth and knoweth me. Everything is about Yahweh Bashim Shai. So don't reinvent the wheel, man. We don't have to do. The Lord made, like we're going all the way back to the beginning, the Lord made the yoke easy and the burden light.
That's right.
It's just that simple, man. Just do the lessons, man. Get your ass to camp. Communicate. If your camp holding class, get to the classes, man. Okay? Get this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding while it's here, man. The scripture says the day cometh when no man shall work. Okay? Keep it simple. Okay? Be humble. Be a humble servant of the Lord and pray. All right? It says, continuing on, it says, that he understandeth and know of me, that I am the Lord which exerciseth loving kindness, judgment, and righteousness in the earth. For in these things I delight, saith the Lord. Okay? So we have, remember, our whole life is based on doing what the Lord delights in. What's his will? What's his pleasure? Okay? So if we do those things, if we glory that Yahweh, that we know Yahweh Bashim Shai, the Lord will delight in that.
That's right.
Okay? You don't take no type of personal credit for this truth, man. This is the Lord's truth. The Lord is written in the volume of the book. All right? So keep it simple. Don't reinvent the wheel, man. Be humble and fear Yahweh Bashim Shai.
That's it. Yep, got something. Hebrews 6 and let's see. Let's start at first. I start at 10. Read down a couple verses. Hebrews 6 and 10 says, "For the Most High is not unrighteous to forget your work and labor of love, which He hath showed toward His name." So we're not wasting our time by doing this work, man. Abiding in the spirit of Yahweh Shem Shai, doing videos, going to camp, sacrificing different things. The Lord's not going to forget that. And we showing it toward his name. Showing the name is always important, man. Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. It says, and that ye have ministered, which means I believe means to serve. It says to the saints and do minister. It says, and we desire that every one of you do show the same diligence to the full assurance of hope unto the end, which I believe this year was coined the hopeful year of the prophecies coming to pass, right? We're supposed to show that same amount of diligence all throughout, man. Have a level of energy and enthusiasm towards this work as we see the days approaching, man. It's the same diligence. Here's the point. Verse 12, it says that ye be not slothful, but followers of them who through faith and patience inherit the promises. So we got examples, of course, in the scriptures of our foreparents that, did certain acts and things, but examples on the earth, the apostles and elders, man. The men that came before us that laid the foundation through the Spirit. So we have this, as Apostle Gabar say, this thing of ours. Being following is the footsteps is already in the sand or the snow, so to speak. Mm-hmm. You got to follow that. That's it, man.
Yeah, like in the Italian way, you saying that this thing of ours is La Cosa Nostra.
Of course, yeah. See that? Yeah, that's really it, man. You look at brothers that been around for a little while. They more likely they've been just following the footsteps, man. Mm-hmm. Follow. Like old saying, go ahead, man. Just follow my footsteps.
Hey, Yahushua said what? You shall hear a word behind you, saying, "This is the way. Walk ye in it." Without goest to the left or goest to the right.
Right.
And that way is the straight gate.
Straight gate. Yes, sir.
The straight gate is simple.
Yep.
All right. So, of course, the difficulty, it's a path of difficulty that we've embarked upon. So we run into afflictions and temptations and trials and losses. But it's the simplest way.
Simplest way, right?
It's the simplest way to go about serving the Lord. The straight gate. Okay. Mm-hmm. Just keep going to camp. Keep doing the video. Communicate. Okay, pray. These are the things that get you nearer to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Mm-hmm. It tells us that, and I believe Wisdom of Solomon, the 6th chapter, where it talks about the desire of discipline leading to a kingdom.
Wisdom brings to a kingdom. Yeah.
Yep. So you got to be disciplined in your journey. You have to be disciplined towards Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Hey, like the brother said, we have apostles and elders and leaders, trailblazers set up before us to guide us and direct us on the way that we're supposed to go. So you got to trust that way.
Trust it.
Okay? Yep. Don't reinvent the wheel, Jake, because, when you get sniffed out in the spirit, hey, show ass, man.
And you got to believe and know that we on the winning team, man. There's a video on top of that in mind. Like, this is the winning team. We ain't no second. He's the men of the Lord. Nah, man. We the men of the Lord, man. Getting right. Houses going down. You gotta believe that, man. That we're not being led astray just to be man. Ain't no way in hell, man. The way wicked this world is, and the Lord gave us this truth and this knowledge. You gotta cherish it, man. But that was pretty much all I had. That was it. Yeah.
See what brother's saying on the comment board.
There's a few brothers on
there. Be convinced in your own mind. Like the scripture. Shalom to you, brothers. Like the scripture say, this from the brother Modal soul.
Yeah, be fully persuaded.
Be fully persuaded. Right. The scripture says. Ecclesiastes 30 and 23. Love thine own soul and comfort thy heart. Remove sorrow far from thee, for sorrow hath killed many, and there is no profit therein. So that's the balance.
Right.
That's the balance of it. Mm-hmm. Okay. You gotta have you have to have a level of healthy confidence and pride, so that you won't destroy thy own soul.
Yeah.
So, because sorrow have killed many, man. Mm-hmm. Okay, the Lord don't expect you to walk around feeling sorry for yourself. That's not humility.
Should be head down all the time.
Just don't know what to do. And Eeyore.
Down in the dumps, as they call it.
Yep. Nobody knows.
Dragging your feet.
Yeah, dragging your feet, scuffing up the back of the Thames. No, pick your head up. Yeah. Okay, but be humble means, hey, you repent. Mm-hmm. Teach the things that were taught. Okay, go to the highways and byways and present thy body a living sacrifice. Okay, show charity and love and brotherly kindness and patience and all the things that the Lord delighted. Okay,
Right.
but don't that just because being humble don't mean just soaking in your misery and sorrow, man.
Yeah.
All right, 1 Peter 5:6, humble yourself therefore under the mighty hand of the Most High, that He may exalt you in due time. That's from Isaiah out there in Orlando. We got to be humble. We got to be humble, and the ultimate exalting is going to come when Yahweh Shah come back. Because the word exalt means to lift up.
Lift up.
Okay, and we're looking to actually physically be lifted up on the chariot.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be the ultimate exalt. But we got to humble ourselves, man, and understand that we've transgressed. We've, swayed away from Yahweh Bashim Shah. So as it was out of our heart to go astray, we should seek the Lord 10 times more and be humble. Okay? You had anything else?
That was it. So, so with that, man, Lord willing, this was an edifying video. Throughout for everybody tuning in, brother dropping the scriptures on the comment board. Right, we're gonna sign off, giving them praises and glory to
Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Shem Akakodash.
Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to the elect. Lord willing, to the next lesson, we're gonna say Shalom.
Shalom.